What we're about to get into isn't speculation, it's confirmation. The documents exist, the tech is real, and we're not talking about what might happen, we're talking about what's already underway. From military psyops to electromagnetic mind control, from staged Masonic apparitions to the engineered collapse of national sovereignty, the pieces are all on the board.
You've been told the truth about UFOs for a long time now. It's been pretty orchestrated, it's been pretty clear, and it's using people that are telling the truth and want to tell the truth. Ultimately, they want you to know something. They want you to know UFOs are real. Thank God we're finally there. We're all there now. They want you to know the truth. But why they want you to know that truth now? I hope I'm wrong, but it's terrifying. Think about it. Maybe it's good to get ahead of it. Call it out now before they do it. I'll be called crazy. That's okay.
The notorious globalist Henry Kissinger let the cat out of the bag about the plan in the late 70s. Kissinger, who is Klaus Schwab's mentor, explained in clear terms how the globalists will convince Americans to accept the New World Order. He wrote, "Today Americans would be outraged if UN troops entered Los Angeles to restore order. Tomorrow they will be grateful. This is especially true if they were told there was an outside threat from beyond, whether real or promulgated, that threatened our very existence. It is then that all the peoples of the world will pledge with world leaders to deliver them from this evil. The one thing every man fears is the unknown. When presented with this scenario, individual rights will be willingly relinquished, for the guarantee of their well-being granted to them by their world government." Here is where it gets really interesting. In his 1994 book Project Bluebeam, investigative journalist Serge Monast didn't speculate, he exposed. He laid out the exact plan that NASA, the United Nations, and other global agencies have been working on in secret since 1983. According to Monast, Project Bluebeam is not a theory. It's a multi-phase psychological and technological operation designed to usher in a one-world government by staging a false apocalypse. The plan is clear and deliberate. Step 1, create a global panic by faking the alien invasion. Using advanced aircraft, holograms, and media manipulation, the elite will convince the public that Earth is under attack, city by city, continent by continent. Step 2, hijack the world's religions. Using satellites and embedded tech in modern electronics, the operation will project holographic images of religious figures into the sky, fulfilling prophecies from every major faith. People will believe the end times have come, but it's all fake. Every miracle, every vision, scripted and broadcast by machine. Once the world is gripped by fear, chaos, and spiritual confusion, the infrastructure of the old world collapses. And in its place, the New World Order takes control. A single government, a single military, a single authority, ruling over a population too terrified to resist. Henry Kissinger wasn't the only insider in the late 70s blowing the whistle on the elite's plan to hijack humanity. Werner von Braun, the famed German-American aerospace engineer, NASA insider, and architect of the US space program, made a chilling deathbed confession in 1977. According to close aide Dr. Carol Rosin, von Braun warned that the global elite would use a series of escalating false flags to manipulate the public and consolidate power. First, it would be terrorists, then pandemics, and finally, the grand finale, a fake alien invasion. Sound familiar? Von Braun couldn't have been more accurate if he time-traveled and read the headlines himself. Terrorism? Check. Pandemics? We've lived it. And now, just as he warned, the skies are lighting up with unidentified threats, and the media is echoing a coordinated message. Be afraid, unite, obey. So what can we do to prepare? To see through the deception before it locks into place? Serge Monast, in his expose Project Bluebeam, didn't just warn us, he mapped out the entire plan. Monast revealed that NASA could use low-frequency electromagnetic waves to stimulate telepathic communication, flooding minds with artificial visions of divine or alien messages. At the same time, a new financial order would emerge, digital only, completely cashless, with surveillance baked in. Back then, skeptics scoffed. They said the technology didn't exist, that nations could never coordinate on such a massive scale. But fast forward to today, and everything Monast warned about is not only possible, it's active. From AI-generated holograms to digital currency pilots and biometric surveillance rolled out by WF-affiliated governments, the infrastructure is already in place. And if you still think the hologram part is far-fetched, consider this. During the Gulf War, US military strategists actually proposed projecting a massive image of Allah into the skies above Baghdad to compel Iraqis to rise up against Saddam. The plan wasn't executed, but it was seriously considered. The technology was real, and that was more than 3 decades ago.
You are in Baghdad in 1991, and something strange is happening. A hush falls over the city as a huge, shimmering face materializes in the sky. Soldiers and citizens prostrate themselves as each hears the voice of Allah coming from within their head, commanding them to overthrow the evil and treacherous Saddam Hussein. Within minutes, an angry mob is storming the palace as the guards flee. This highly imaginative scenario was proposed by US Air Force planners for a bloodless victory in the Gulf conflict. The Baghdad plan involved projecting a giant hologram over Iraq. The military certainly appears to believe in the potential use of holograms. A US Air Force think tank has devised uses ranging from deceptive holographic images to the Star Trek sounding distortion field projector. They would be projected by a special aircraft, the Airborne Hologram Projector. Perhaps the nearest current equivalent is the Commando Solo, festooned with aerials and antennas, incapable and carrying pods of classified electronics. Flown by the 193rd Special Operations Detachment, whose motto is "We fire electrons, not bullets," it has been involved in the Gulf and in Bosnia. Its other capabilities include radio jamming, deception, and manipulation techniques. But the face of God might not be enough. A voice is needed. A new technique using microwaves could produce this. When a high-power microwave pulse strikes the human body, it can cause an expansion of tissue, which can create an acoustic wave inside your head. Thus, it might be possible to talk to people in a way which would be very disturbing.
Look at the world in 2025. Governments aligned, media synchronized, tech capabilities far beyond what the public understands. And globalist organizations like the World Economic Forum openly boasting about their influence over national leaders. Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Brazil, the list goes on. Serge Monast warned about exactly this. He was working on a follow-up to Project Bluebeam, containing even more bombshell revelations. But in 1996, he was found dead. Official cause? Heart attack. No warning, no investigation. Some call that a coincidence, others call it silencing. Either way, the question now is not if they'll attempt to execute the plan, but when. And when they do, will we be ready to see through the illusion? Or will we fall for it just like they planned all along?